A beautifully designed Shopify store can make your brand stand out, build trust with potential customers, and ultimately drive sales. In this video, I'll guide you through the process of designing a Shopify store that not only looks great, but also functions smoothly and effectively. So if you want to elevate your online store and start making sales, then keep watching. First of all, if you haven't signed up to Shopify yet, I leave a 30-day Shopify trial for just $1 in the description. Perfect. That's our Shopify dashboard. For now, we're using our 3-day Shopify trial, so let's extend it by getting a 30-day free trial for $1 in the first month by clicking on Select a Plan. You're free to select any plan you want, but I recommend you pick the basic plan. If you pick the monthly cycle, after your 3-day free trial, you'll be paying $1 for the first month to test out the platform, but then when your first month expires, you'll be paying $39 monthly. I'm going to select the monthly billing cycle and then click on Confirm. Next, fill in your business address details and click Save. Now select your payment method. I'm going to go with a credit card. Okay, here I'll quickly fill in my card details and click on Add. It's important to note that today, you're not going to get charged for your $1 extended trial or your 12-month billing cycle because our 3-day trial hasn't expired. With that said, click on Subscribe. If you guys need POS to also sell in person, you can accept the upsell, but I'm going to skip that. There you go. We've successfully subscribed to our Shopify extended trial, so it means we can finally build our Shopify store without any limitations. First, let's choose our Shopify theme by going to Online Store. Okay, now let's change the basic Shopify theme by picking the best free one. To explore more themes, you can click on Visit Theme Store, but we're going to choose the Sense theme because this is the best free Shopify theme out there. So click on Add, then click on Publish. Guys, to make it easy to build this online store first, we're going to set up the backend first, then we'll move to customization. So let's start by creating product collections so we can easily organize our products by category. So go to Products and click on Collections. By default, we have the Home Page collection. Let's remove it by selecting it first. Clicking here and clicking on Delete Collection. Cool. Once done, click on Create a Collection. On the title type, the name of your collections. Now adding collection images is optional, but I'll choose to upload my own. Next on the collection type, select Manual because we will be manually adding products to this collection later. Once done, click on Save. To create more collections, click here to go back and add as many collections as you need by clicking on Create Collection. I created 2 more collections, which are the Cats and the New Arrivals collection. Now, we're ready to create our first products. So let's go to Products again and click on Add Your Products. On the title type in the name of your product, and on the description, describe what your product does. If you have no idea what you can type in the description of your product, you can ask ChatGPT to help you create an eye-catching description. You can use the same prompt as mine and just change the niche and the name of the product. If you like the description generated by ChatGPT, just copy it and paste it into the description field. Next, scroll to Media and click on Add Files to upload your product images. Now go to Product Organization and choose the category. Next, assign your product to the collection it belongs to. The first image on media will be the featured image for your product, so make sure you're picking the right one. Now let's go to pricing. On price type in the price of your product. It's optional to use the compare at price, but the reason I really like to use it is that it gives customers the sense of saving money while purchasing products, and it also increases conversions. Here, I'll uncheck this option. Next, you can use the cost per item to help you calculate the profitability and the percentage margin of your product. Next, let's go to inventory and type in how many items are available. Next, checkmark the SKU option. An SKU is a code that identifies a product in a store's inventory. It will help you track your sales and inventory levels. For example, you can identify your first product with 001, your second product with 002, and so on. Next, go to shipping and type in the weight of your product. Next, you can add variations to your products if you want to sell those in different sizes and colors. For this product, I'll be creating different color variations. So click on Add Options and select Color. Okay, on Option Values type in the colors you're selling, and click on Done. Next, select how many items are available for each variation, then click on Save. We're not done with the variations because we still need to add images to those variants. So I'm selecting the first one and adding its corresponding color. Then I'm going to do the same for the second variation. Once done, click on Save. Then click on Preview your Shopify product. If you're happy, we can go back to our Shopify dashboard. To add more products, simply click on Add Product and follow up the same steps we showed you before. As you can see, I've added 2 more products to my Shopify store using the same method. Next, we're going to show you how to create legal pages for your Shopify store. Go to Settings, scroll down, and click on Policies. The easiest way to create policies is to use Shopify template policies and then adjust them to your needs. Once done, click on Save. Next, let's create the header and the footer menu for your Shopify store. So go to Online Store and click on Navigation. As you can see, we have these basic menus. To create a new header menu, click on Add Menu. On Title, I'll name this New Main Menu. Next, go to Add Menu Item. Go to Link. Select Collections. And here, add the collections you want to display in your menu. Once done, click on Add, then do the same to add as many items as you need. So I'll add the dogs, and the new arrivals collection. Once you've done, click on Save Menu, then click here to go back. Here we'll modify the footer menu, so click on it. Here I'll remove the search item by clicking on Delete. After that, click on Add Menu Item, go to Link, Policies. Select the first policy page and click on Add. Now I'll repeat the same thing to add more policies on the footer. To organize the order of each item, you can rearrange those. Now, to adjust the text label of any item, you can click on Edit, change the text on the name, then click on Apply Changes. Okay, now click on Save Menu, and then let's move on to the next step, which is customizing the design of our Shopify store. So go to Online Store and click on Customize. Perfect. Now we'll give you a quick overview of how the Shopify theme editor works. In the middle, we have a preview of how our Shopify store looks like. Next, you can click on the display icon to preview your Shopify store on different devices. Next, on the left-hand side, you will find your Shopify store sections. Inside those sections, we have blocks, which can be texts, images, buttons, and so on. Next, in the top middle, we have this little drop-down menu where you can find different pages of your Shopify store. Okay, I'm going to switch the preview to the desktop version. If your Shopify theme editor looks like this, you can adjust it to look like mine by clicking Ctrl or Command- on your keyboard to decrease the zoom scale. Okay, now we are ready to customize our Shopify store. First up, we have the announcement bar on the top of our Shopify store. You can use it to display important announcements and discount codes, but if you don't want to use it, you can hide it from your store by clicking here. For now, I'll use it to display discount codes. Now, on the right-hand sidebar, you can change your text, the text alignment, and the color scheme, which later I'm going to show you how to define your own. If you want, you can also link the announcement bar to any page you want. Next, let's go to the header. First, you can change the desktop logo position to any position you want, but I'll use the default one. Next, let's change our menu by clicking on Change, then clicking on Change Menu. Now here I'll select the menu I showed you how to create and click on Select. Once done customizing the header, click on Save. Next, we can customize the content, so under the template, select the Image with Text section. First, let's add our images. To upload your own, click on Select Image, or you can use stock images by clicking on Explore Free Images. So I'm going to search for images related to my niche, and click on Select. Next, you can scroll down and play around with this setting to find the configuration you like. I'll keep most of these simple. Here, I'll only change the animation to ambient movement on image behavior. And I'm also going to increase the bottom padding to give it a little breathing between the sections. Next, select the heading, change its text, and also change its size to small. Next, select the button, and then on the left sidebar, change the button label to anything you want. Next, choose the page where you want to redirect your visitors after clicking the button. I'm going to select All Collections and click on Save. Always remember that when you don't need any section, you can always click the eye icon to hide it from your Shopify store. Now, to add a new section, you can click on Add Section. Here, I'm going to add an additional featured collection. If you want, you can also rearrange your sections with drag and drop like this. I'm going to change the name of the first featured collection to New Arrivals, then also change the heading size to small. Next, go to Select Collection, choose the New Arrivals collection, and click on Select. Next, use this slider to decide how many products you want to show by section. I'm changing it to 3 products for the New Arrivals collection section. Next, I'm going to scroll down and select Show Second Image on Hover. Perfect. Now scroll down to Theme Settings and change the style from Card to Standard. Next, you can change the position and colors of the sale badges. Once you've done customizing the first collection, click on Save. Next, select the second featured collection. Scroll up and change the collection to any collection you want to display products as featured products. And then click Save once you've done. Now, let's create an FAQ section. So click on Add Section and choose Collapsible Content. I'm going to delete one collapsible row by selecting it first, then clicking on Remove. Next, go to Layout and choose Row Container. Select the first collapsible row and then on the right-hand sidebar change the heading and the row content. Once done editing the first one, just select the next collapsible rows and do the same thing as before. Okay, now let's add a little bit of spacing to our FAQ section by selecting it first, and then on section padding, increase the bottom padding to 100 pixels. After that, save changes. Okay, now we can finally customize the footer. So go to the footer, click on Add Block, and here choose the menu. There you go. Next, we can change the heading to anything you want, and then click on Save. Perfect. Now let's customize the global theme settings. So, go to Theme Settings and click on Logo. Now we're going to add our custom logo on the top of the header menu. So, click on Select Image and go to Add Images. Now select your logo, click Open, and click on Done. After that, you can increase or decrease the size of your logo by using this slider. If you don't know how to create a logo later, I'll link a free tutorial in the description for you guys. Next, we have the favicon image. For those who don't know, favicon is the logo that appears on the top of the browser. You can also use your logo as a favicon. Next, let's define our brand colors by clicking on Colors. Here, you can play around with these settings until you find the brand colors you want, but on primary colors, I only recommended changing Accent 1 and Accent 2. Now, on secondary colors, I recommend you to only change the background 2 and the background 2 gradients. Now on the gradient, I only recommend you change the green colors because this gradient combines with most of the colors. As you can see, our Shopify store looks beautiful. Once done changing the colors, click on Save. Then go to Typography. Here, change the fonts if you want. I'll keep using the default font because I really like it. Next, scroll down and click on Checkout. Now, to see what you're customizing first, you need to switch to the checkout page. After that, on the custom image, upload your logo. Scroll down and then change the logo size to something you like. Next, scroll down to Colors. Here, change the accent and the button color. Now, once you've done, click on Save. Okay, now let's switch back to the home page because I want to show you how to add socials in the footer. So go to Sections, Footer, and then on the right-hand sidebar, go to Theme Settings. Now, once you're here, simply paste in your social media handles. And once you've done, click on Save. Next, you want to also check if your product page is looking awesome. So basically, that's how you can design a Shopify store from scratch. Now, to learn how to add a custom domain to your store, set up shipping, accept payments, and open your store, make sure to watch this Shopify tutorial for beginners to learn how to set up everything from scratch.